There it is, right there. Paul is like, stop it, I can't. Big hat tip to Undercover Huber on Twitter. You're the best. And Technofog, you're the best too. You're both gold medal winners. There's no 1 and 2 for tipping me in and cueing me into some other stuff that was declassified last night. What was it? Why do you need to know? And how does this get worse? Well, what was it? Number one, they declassified letters from the Department of Justice to the FISA court. They're basically in 2018, Joe, letters, the DOJ saying to the FISA court that was used to spy on the Trump team. Hey, man, we didn't do anything. Look at this. We got a hold of those letters. They're bad.
What?
Also,
they're bad.
Yeah, they're bad. They're very bad. Also, I'm proving to you again, you've not been wasting your time in the show. What has been my theory from day one? Very simple. They spied on Trump. They used a fake dossier to do it. In order to cover their story, the FBI to this day is still insisting, Joe, we didn't get the dossier from Steele until September of 2017. Why is the FBI lying and saying that? Because they opened the case in July. So if they can sucker you into believing they didn't get the dossier until September, after July, they're hoping you'll fall for the trick that the dossier had nothing to do with them investigating Trump. It's all they had. All. A-L-L. Add another L if you're Joe Biden. So what did I tell you? I told you from the start, they had this dossier information as early as the spring of 2016. And that September story, we got it, is a lie. Well, now you can take it to the bank and cash that check. You've not been wasting your time here. Again, hat tip to the great Undercover Humor and Technofog. Let's get right to it. Let's get to the now declassified elements of the Department of Justice's pathetic letter to the FISA court saying, hey, man, it wasn't that bad what we did. Let's go to screen cap here, number one. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're going to love this one, Joe. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but here's the letter. Additional information regarding Source One and his motivations and reliability. So again, this is the Source One is Christopher Steele. This is the Department of Justice saying to the FISA court, hey, man, it wasn't so bad. Look, man, the Steele wasn't so bad, but look at these underlines here, these red underlines. If you're watching on YouTube, youtube.com/Bongino, check it out. Source One, Christopher Steele. Wait, what? Am I going to, is it? No. If you're reading ahead, you're like, this can't be. Source One, Steele, also told Bruce Orr from the Department of Justice that he had already given some of his information to his FBI handling agent. Wait, what? And then there's a line before that. It says, Orr informed the FBI that Source One, Steele, contacted him in late July of 2016. How can that be? How can that be? Joseph, that's not possible. Yes. We have been told by the FBI, and they're always honest. That's Again, right. I'm not talking about the rank and file agents. My experience, I mean that, has always been excellent. I'm sure they have, people that are bad too. I mean, we had rank and file agents in the Secret Service who were terrible. I'm just saying my experience has been a good one. The management that ran this, a total disgrace and a disaster in every respect. Christopher Wray, who's running is the director of the FBI right now, has to go. It is clear this man is not interested in reform at all. Now, how is this not a front page story? They're still insisting, Joe, they didn't get the dossier until September.
Right. Yeah.
Paula, can you please put that up again? This is a note from the Department of Justice of the FISA court, now declassified, thoroughly eviscerating, gutting the stuff, the intestines on the floor. There is nothing left here. You're lying. Or Bruce Orr from the Department of Justice informed the FBI that Steele contacted him in July to discuss information Steele had collected, including Carter Page's contacts with the Russians. Source One also told Orr that he'd given some of the information to the FBI handling agent.
No.
What?
It's right there.
It's right. Thank you. I don't know how else to like.
No.
There's nothing else to say. I don't need audience ombudsman Joe. He doesn't need to be the referee.
No.
Just listen to the Department of Justice. We've told you the whole time this thing is a lie. We didn't get it till September. We couldn't have opened the case because of the dossier. And we've had media idiots. One of the, again, I'm trying to, but it's so hard because they're such liars. That guy Saliza at CNN, Chris Saliza, who was one of the most grossly misinformed media representatives on that, and that's saying a lot at CNN with Stelter and the other buffoonery. He constantly tweeted out, that's a lie. The FBI used the dossier to start the case. They didn't have it till September. And he's a media guy, just takes their word for it, Joe. Does no reporting at all. We told you that story was bunk. It was garbage. Now you have the Department of Justice orange. Where's the media? Where's the apologies from Saliza, Stelter, Moscow Maddow, Maggie Haberman, Natasha Bertrand, Adam Goldman? You'll never get them. They don't care. They're hoping now in the middle of the Wuhan virus outbreak, you forget all of this, and they're pretending this doesn't exist. Their memory hole? Woo!
Yep.
They want you to pretend none of this ever happened. You may say, Dan, that sounds like a big revelation that the FBI's entire story, we didn't get the dossier till September. It couldn't have had anything to do with us opening the case in July. Now that that's been entirely eviscerated, you'd think that'd be a big story. No, believe me, it gets worse. Let's go to DOJ letter screen cap numero dos. This is from my friend Undercover Huber, who's the best on Twitter, at John W. Huber and at Techno_Fog. If you're not following him, you're making a big mistake. You are way behind the curve on this case. Here's another portion of the letter. Source one, Steele, reported the information contained herein to the FBI over the course of several meetings with the FBI from in or about June 2016 through August 2016. Do we have to do this? No, not come. This is real. That's it. There it is right there. 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 Paul is like, stop it. I can't. I'm not doing kung fu. I can't get over how so many people were so wrong and lied for so long. This show, Solomon, Carter, Techno, Undercover Huber, Jeff Carlson, Chuck Ross. The list is exhaustive. Margot Cleveland, 279. Nailed this thing 3 years ago. And the media still will not acknowledge. And listen to me, and I mean it. I don't give a darn about the credit. I don't. The media still to this day will not write an article, Joe, that says in the headline, what went wrong? Do you know what I'm saying? Don't you think it's fair to the American people right now to say, how did we screw this up so badly? It's there right in front of your face. The Department of Justice. Steele was meeting with the FBI through June and August of 2016. But they told us they didn't get the dossier till September. And you believe them?
You just heard The Dan Bongino Show. You can also get Dan's podcasts on iTunes or SoundCloud. And follow Dan on Twitter 24/7 at DBongino.